I don't know if that's the police or if that's the damn somebody that broke the ass. But oh shit, I was recording. Oh, hey, welcome back to my channel, y'all. I'm Lerone, if you guys don't know already, and that is my Nissan 240SX. I have one of me replacing the driver's side door. He's gone. Jesus Christ. Dallas, don't you start. Okay, hold on. All right, y'all, let me just apologize for the dogs earlier. I live in a neighborhood full of dogs, and my dog decided to howl too. But anyways, let's get back on track. Now, there's 2 videos up on my YouTube channel. One is replacing the door on a Nissan 240SX, which actually I replaced right there. And I replaced it because the door had a dent in the crease, and I couldn't get it back to original shape, so I went ahead and replaced it. Second video is me showing you guys how to make your own custom LED light bar headlights for any of your pop-up vehicles. Nissan 240SX, Toyota 86, MK3 Supra, and whatever pop-up headlight cars out there from the early 80s to late 90s, whatever. But if you guys want to update your headlights, check that video out. Leave a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to the channel. Now, anyways, why am I making this video today? Now, I've been working on this project for about 3 weeks now, and it's because I made my own fuse panel / relay box. I made that because when I bought the 240, it did not have a chassis harness in it, so I had to, get one off somebody, and that one didn't have a relay box on it, so I had to make my own, and it actually came out pretty good. If you guys looked on my Instagram, it's a little slight 15-second video of me like fastly making it or whatever, but I actually got to finish it. I haven't got to update nobody, so let's go check it out right now. All right, y'all, so we're in the 240 now, and here is my fuse box / relay panel. Those are my relays right there to the left, my fuse panel box, and my terminal strip, which is going to be running some of the power to all the components in the car. So I ran one power wire up. That's going to be connecting my headlights to these switches over here, which is going to be my hazard switch, my flasher relay, which sits right there, and then these wires also come off from my turn signal stock, so I can, turn left and right and all that good shenanigans. Now that you guys seen the fuse box / relay panel in the 240, I'll be working on that today because I need more power wires going to the fuse box so I can power the headlights, tail lights, turn signals, hazard switch, all that good stuff. Now, I did notice in my door replacement video, I was going to show you guys how to put a switch panel or mock it up to fit your dash. I did it, but I didn't record it, so I'm going to show you guys how it looks, but I'm going to make a video later dismantling it and then putting it back together so you guys see how to really do it. So I'm just going to show you guys real quick. It came out really good. So here it is. There is my switch panel. I just bolted in 2 bolts to go to original holes that bolt in like which used to be the AC controller, and then I just bolted in 2 bolts to ABS plastic, and I just put some like nuts behind it to keep it secure. But it actually came out really good, so I'm gonna show you guys how to do that as well. Maybe this video is gonna have its own video, but mainly we're gonna be working on that wiring today. All right, y'all, so I've been wiring that car for about 3 hours now. I started like 12, maybe 11, give or take, and I just been into it, but I didn't set up my camera again. I guess because I'm playing music off my phone, off my speaker, so I can't record at the same time, so it kind of messes me up. But I just really got a lot done, man, and it came out really good. So I'm not sure if I showed you guys the rear tail light setup, but I'm gonna go and just go ahead and show you guys that now, and then I'm gonna cut to the dashboard wiring and see how that goes. All right, so we're back here now on the back of the car, and I have my book diagram. I wrote down each wire, what color they are, and what functions they do. So I recommend you do that so you don't lose track of which wire is what. So what I did is I took my 14 gauge red and black wire right there. I ran it through the side, back here behind the panel, and along the stock holder for the stock harness. As you can see, kind of back camera, but you guys, there we go. Kind of ran them through there, and then they came out here. So yeah, like I said, these are my 14 gauge wires. And then this is my 18 gauge conductor wire, 4 conductor wires. So it comes with 4 wires. These will be going to the tail lights, the reverse lights, turn signal lights, and brake lights. So those 4 wires will be running off these, as you can see. So I kind of got it started. I'm gonna clean it up. Don't mind this crap right here. I was just testing out some stuff for the car earlier with all the other grounds, but I realized that that's kind of messy and kind of ugly, and I want to make sure it's a clean job. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to wiring this and we'll see how it goes. The back of the car. So as you guys can see, I went ahead and went to use these stock holders. Come on, focus, baby, focus. There we go. I use these stock holders for the new wiring harness that I made. It runs underneath. It's kind of nicely tucked, and it's gonna lead right over there behind that fender, the rear fender quarter panel, if that's what it's called. Excuse me if I call it the wrong thing. It's gonna run out through there. Ran into, I think I already ran into the situation where I don't have the 18 gauge 2 conductor wire. All right, before warn you guys now, when you're identifying the wires on your turn signal, stock, and hazard switch, they might not always be the same. Again, they might not always be the same. I learned that out the hard way when I was identifying my wires off of social media's guide, and when I came across the wires, I was stumped, and I was like, okay, which wire does what? So some of the wires I try to identify myself, and honestly, I still don't even know if they really work right now, because I'm waiting on to get the battery for my car and the battery wire set up. So right now I'm just putting these wires together, and once the battery comes, if one things don't work, I'm gonna switch some stuff. But all the main wires, he said, pretty much work. It comes down to like something simple like the turn signal wires, or the high beam or low beam power wires, or that's pretty much all I can really get, but just a forewarning. All right, y'all, so when I was wiring up everything, as you see behind me, my hazard switch and all that good stuff, I forgot one thing you got to wire up, and I don't think this has been covered in any of the videos I've seen. So it's the brake sensor. So when you hit the brakes, the brake lights come on and everything, so like you don't get a ticket for your brake lights being out. So yeah, so I had to go and grab my damn harness. Y'all can't really see that, but there's like, it's too much, but I found my own harness in the garage and I had to go get it. So you guys look for the sensor for that. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's too much. I'm just gonna get out and show you. What's up? God damn it. Oh. I made it out. All right, let me get my composure together. All right, y'all. So to find that brake sensor, you're gonna have to go through all your wires. Don't nobody want to go through that. I don't want to go through it, so I'm just gonna help y'all out and simply show you guys what it is. So if you have a stock a 240 that has the fuse box underneath the steering wheel, it should be located like right underneath, kind of by the clutch pedal. If you have that, you can simply look for that on the harness, which is right here for me. I followed that to where the cluster, all the cluster sensors are. So you guys don't know, these 3 right here are connect to our cluster, which is pretty much calculate, like helps turn on the stuff that tells you your speed, gas light, RPMs, and all that. So when you find that, you'll find the cord not so far, and it will be this one. Yeah, this one, if y'all could get a better look. Mine's broken, so yeah, whatever, it's broken, I don't care. But so again, red with a yellow strip and then green with a red strip will be the wires you're looking for to identify this brake sensor. And then that brake sensor hooks up to, if y'all can't see it, it's the blue plug, the baby blue one, right? If you guys can see it or not. So look for that, and then snip those wires, and then one of them is going to be your main power wire for your brake lights, and then the other one is going to be tie in to your lights. I'm not sure, so don't quote me. I'm gonna do my research again and figure it out, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I got everything mocked up to where I wanted it to be, just for testing purposes. I might have the battery within the next day or two, So probably just run down and get like a used battery or whatever, because I'm not gonna need that much voltage or amperage or whatever. But I just went ahead and threw on my headlights, just quickly wired them up, nothing special, so they can just leave high connection. So when I turn on the switch, hopefully they turn on. Let's pray they turn on. And then inside, nothing really changed from earlier. Like I said, just kind of like tied them up with some electrical tape so they kind of together, so they're not just laying everywhere. Ran them over here. All this is pretty much cleaned up. Like I said, it's just, if all these wires go to something, it just don't look like it, because like I said, you need to break it down or know which wires are going where. And then I only got 2 stragglers. I have this one and then I have this one. So I'm pretty sure I'll figure out what those are used for in due time. And of course, back there, where's that sucker at? Oh, as you can see right there is the brake sensor. So I got that all wired up, and I'm pretty sure that gets its own power. Could be wrong, but we'll see. All right, y'all, so right now I'm gonna call it quits for the day. I'm gonna hop back on it first thing in tomorrow morning because I can't go no further. I need a battery to test the power and hook everything up. I still gotta ground the relay wires. So yeah, I got a little bit more to do, but I just been putting in work for 6 hours and I'm just beat, you know, you feel me? So for the most part today, we made good progress. Everything seems to be coming along very well. Better from the first day I got it. Looks really, really good. And thank you guys for tuning in. So it'll be tomorrow for me. I don't know how long for you, but yeah, I'll see you then. All right, it's day 2 of the wiring project. So yesterday I couldn't finish the wiring, obviously, because I couldn't get power to the car, and I did not feel like going to get a battery and all that stuff. So this morning I went ahead and did all those errands. I went out and went and bought me some battery terminal connectors to connect your power wire and your ground wire to your battery. I bought those power and ground wires for the battery. A breaker bar, so the breaker bar is going to go on the switch panel. It's going to go right under the fuse box. I'm going to show you that in a little bit. And then you're going to be, I think, yeah, those are the only things I went to go grab today that I really needed. So I'm gonna kind of show you guys what I need, because maybe you guys are more visual learners than actually just being told to y'all. So let me just show you guys how that goes. Yeah, so this is like the setup for today, just for this battery project. I got my fuse panel, that little beautiful thing. Now this is the breaker bar right here. I'm gonna use that to ground these wires to here, so I don't have to like drill into the body anymore. And then of course my drill bit set, you're going to be using the 3/16 drill bit, and that fits snugly in there, as you can see. So you're gonna go ahead and use that. I just bought this big old machine screw kit. It has a bunch of screws in here, and a bunch of nuts and spacers. I bought it at like Harbor Freight for a couple bucks. Useful. And then these are the battery wires I went to go pick up. These are, I'll show you guys right there. Hold on, just switch it around. 2 gauge wire and they have a temperature of 130 degrees Celsius. Now I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but I'm just gonna have to, like, it's probably gonna pop it like right here. I'll probably put what that actually means. So we'll figure out how hot it is, but hopefully we don't overload anything today. All right, so now you guys see that what I'm gonna be using or what you're going to need for a project like this, just a testing. This is just testing, okay? Nothing else, just testing, okay? We're just seeing if the headlights work, tail lights, turn signals work, and then I'll go from there. If I need a new relay, if I need to switch some wires, I'll figure that out, but we're gonna test that out. So I hope y'all joined a little time lapse of me putting the breaker bar on the panel. Just a little quick little tip. When you're doing installing the breaker bar and you're putting the wires in, you don't need a connector. You don't need any connectors. All you're gonna do is strip that wire to where the wire is exposed, and then you're gonna use a flathead to tighten up the screw on top of that wire in one of the little holes, and it's gonna secure it. I even tugged on a little bit, it's not going anywhere. But I went a little bit ahead of myself to go ahead and install like the power wire and the ground wire to the battery and put the fuse panel back in. So I just want to show y'all, it kind of looks really good. It's giving me more motivation. I think the more you go out and do things that you really love, when you see progress, it actually makes you want to keep going. So here's my progress. So my ground wire, I got it grounded right here. I think that's what used to hold the seat belts. At least the bolt was. I don't know what that really held in, but whatever, we'll get to that in due time. The ground wires are mounted up and grounded. I got the power wire that's gonna hook up to it right there. And last but not least, I'm about to hook up that power wire and hopefully something works. So, I mean, this is one of the moment of truth. Man, I'm nervous. All right, y'all, so I went ahead and changed my hat because it was hot and I didn't want to wear a beanie. And 2, I need my hair done, so I have to have something covering it. But secondly, I got the battery in the car with the battery connectors and everything. So I'm gonna show you guys that right now. Came out pretty good. Got me excited more motivated to finish it. So there you go. There's the battery. The battery negative battery connector is connected over there to the wheel well, and then kind of, let me show you guys since you guys really can't see it. All right, the main battery ground's going right there, and then the side one is going right there for the tail lights. Now you have to make a ground for the fuse panel relay. I obviously don't have a wire that's going to be capable to holding that amount of amperage from the battery straight to the fuse panel. You're gonna have to use maybe not a 12 gauge, something bigger, maybe like a 10 or even an 8 gauge or something like that. Those type of wire sizes are gonna help with the amperage from the battery to the fuse panel to all the other stuff. Yo, I changed my hat again. So yes, I know somebody's gonna ask, like, he changed his hat twice. Yes, don't worry about all that. Worry about what the video is about. So anyways, I got a huge update. Big to me anyways. So went ahead, and I know in the video I made earlier I said I didn't have the right wire. Well, I went back inside, chilled out, got out the heat for a little bit, and actually really thought about it, and actually talked to my boy, and we got to talking, and he started helping me out, pretty much telling me to switch some wires. I ended up doing that, so I'm just gonna let y'all see. All right, excuse the mess. I just gotta store my rear bumper and front bumper in here. So let me go over here to the turn signal stop. Go ahead, turn my headlights on. And what y'all think? Y'all think it's gonna work? Y'all think it's gonna work? And if y'all said they do work, they work. Yes, baby, both of them work. Ooh, they look so pretty. Yo, this is the first time I'm actually seeing these since I bought them, and I've had it for over almost like 4 months now. Man, those look clean, bruh. And for those who be like, the tail lights don't work, well, let's go ahead, walk to the back. And they work as well. Yes, man. The car has life. Man, I'm stoked. All right, guys, so before we finish up here, just want to run through some things real quick. So last time you seen the headlights and tail lights, or the clip before you seen the headlights and tail lights turn on. So I'm gonna show you guys that with the help of my buddy, we got, see that flashing, yeah, and we got the left turn signal working. So now we got the turn signals working. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go through the wire coloring and just kind of tell you guys and show you guys on my notebook what I have and which wire does what and how you should wire them up. All right, y'all, so now that we got the 240 all wired up, I just told y'all I was gonna break down the wires so y'all can see which wire does what, so it's better for y'all to identify. I have a nephew, sorry about that, y'all. But so y'all can, I'm just gonna scheme to this so y'all can see what I did and how I wrote it down. Now, if you guys want a better description or visual on how the wires actually look and how they go, follow For Sure Media. Go on his Do It Your Own wire harness, and he does a terrific job of breaking it down. So go ahead, visit his YouTube channel. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna keep this angle right here because it just feels right just to have the headlights lit up, and it just looks, I'm just so proud, man. Like I said, I've been working 2 to 3 weeks on this wiring project, and this is the biggest project I've ever really done by myself. That's including school and all that. But just to see it light up, it gives me a sign of relief that I'm not doing all this for no reason. So if you guys are like following my videos and what I'm doing and how I'm instructing you guys, also go to For Sure Media. Shout out to him because he helped me out with this a lot. Thanks to you, bro. But if you guys are really wanting to do this, go to For Sure Media's YouTube channel, check it out. He got like an hour-long video how to do it. But I just want to thank you guys for, you know, support on Instagram, people that I know that, you know, always told me to keep going and keep pushing to succeed something like this. This might not be a big success to anyone else in their eyes, but to me, as a car dude, as any car dude that's building their car, this means a lot. So thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for taking the time to, you know, watch these videos. And I don't know if I entertain y'all, but if I do, thank you. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram. We have a lot more work to do. Now that power is on, it's time to like get the paint, time to get wheels, suspension. We're gonna do all that. But I mean, tune into the next videos. Please show love, man. Y'all have a blessed day.